Hi everybody, how are you all doing? I've got, well, it's been, a lot of you said to me, please do a bread pudding for months, maybe even longer. And do you know what? That's what we're doing. You obviously know that because it's in the title, but I thought, yes, let's make a bread pudding. We're right in the middle of Christmas and New Year, so if you've had a lovely Christmas, well, I hope so. I hope you've had a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. Which literally this will be out New Year's Eve. Yeah, so I really wanted to make this recipe. I do have Beauvais free milk. It's actually from a farm that's not far away from here. I will put a link in the description of their website, Suffolk Cheeses, because I think they obviously make cheeses, judging from the website name. But that's very exciting. I got it from my local farm shop, so that's great. If you don't know what Beauvais is, I will put a link in the description about that. But it's an additive that is given to dairy cows in only 30 farms. But the trouble is, we don't know where that milk's going to. It's being mixed into the general thing of Arla, Muller, Tesco and Aldi. It's a trial. I really didn't want to be part of that trial, so I am, for myself, avoiding drinking that milk that comes from those trials. But because that milk isn't separated from the general milk supply, you just have to generally, I do anyway, I'm just generally avoiding those brands. Anyway, this is from my local farm, which I'm very pleased about. It's just nice, you know where it's coming from. It's whole milk as well, which is what I need for this recipe. Handy Harry, as they say. So come and have a look at the ingredients. So I've got the bread. You could go crusts or no crusts. I just started taking off the crusts and then realised I didn't have quite enough bread, so I've added some crusts to it, but you just need to soak it for longer, which is fine. There's some, to make it a bit richer, I've got some egg, which is going to be beaten before I add it. I'm going to melt this butter, which will actually make it a little bit rich as well. That's organic as well, just so you know, because that's Beauvais free. Dried fruit, soft light brown sugar, mixed spice, essential, and demerara sugar to sprinkle on top. So we're going to start off by kind of cutting that tearing it into pieces and sticking it in my bowl, and then adding the milk and letting it soak, and we can kind of crack on and do other things while that's happening. So yeah, let's crack on and do that. See you in a bit. Right, okay, a couple of things I forgot to mention. That's the actual milk that I got from my local farm shop. Very nice it is too. It was £3.20. You do pay more for locally sourced, etc, etc. It's not, the milk market has probably been too cheap for too long, to be fair. I mean, the dairy farmers deserve to be paid decent money for the work that they do, etc, etc. I did think it might be really nice to go try and visit one. Or what do you think? I to see how milk is produced. I mean, obviously we kind of know, but yeah. Anyway, I've measured out 550 ml of that milk, because I've got 50 grams of butter that I'm going to melt. So you kind of substitute, otherwise it would be 600 ml. The recipe did mention it, if you wanted to add butter to make it richer, then add 100 grams of butter, but I only had 50 left, so hey ho, So let's add this milk to the bread and let it soak for 10 minutes maybe. It doesn't actually say how long for, but it says a couple of minutes if it's hasn't got any crusts, and a little bit longer if it has. So just sort of judge it by eye, I reckon. So let's get it in there. Let's pour it in. Just squish it down a bit. Right, well, I'm just going to let that soak. So in the meantime, I'm going to melt the butter. Is that there? Melt the butter, beat the eggs, because the rest of it we kind of really chuck in when it's at the right kind of stodgy consistency. That's what we're looking for anyway. So see you in a bit. Right, I do have to stir it quite a bit to get it to this kind of like stodgy texture, especially with the crusts in there. If you didn't add the crust, it would probably be a lot quicker. So you kind of do have to sort of stir it, bash it about to kind of break it down. So now, this is the bit where it kind of gets exciting. I start adding all the rest of it. Then the butter, nicely melted. Mixed spice. Light brown soft sugar, and lastly the fruit, dried fruit, and then just really mix all that in. Right, that's good. That's good. Next, well, I mean, we just pour it into our pre-prepared tins. I've got 2 of these for the Ninja, and I actually have one of these which I bought recently. I'll just show you because it came as a pack of 2. Air fry containers, a pack of 2 of these, 19 centimetre square. Very handy for the Custard dual blaze, both the twin fry and the normal dual blaze. But they were £6 for 2, so that's very reasonable. £3 each, lovely. So yeah, I'm going to test out this recipe in both the Ninja and the Custard twin fry. So let's tidy up and then put this mixture in our containers. Right, next we're going to just sprinkle some demerara sugar over the top. Let's put the Ninja ones in first. I'm just going to bung them straight in. I'm definitely going to be freezing some of this and testing out the reheating afterwards. Get that on, so that will be on, this is complete guess, match, bake, 160, but I'm going to put for 45 minutes. I may need to add minutes to that. It's an oven recipe that I found, so we're just going to go with it. Next, the Custard twin fry one, or dual blaze if you have it. Funnily enough, it actually is slightly too big for the drawer, so I've just put one crisper plate in there and sort of bung it in the middle. Sorry, leave my hands. Right, let that go in, and then same thing, brown zone, bake, 45 minutes. I will be checking on both of these because we just don't know. It's a complete new, just an experiment as it's an oven recipe. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, there's still 10 minutes left on the Custard, but let's have a quick check. Ooh! Looking good. Let's quickly check temperature. I need it to hit 98. Wow, well that's fantastic. That's actually ready. So what I'm going to do is get that out, let it cool for minimum of 15 minutes to firm up before we do a taste test. Let's check the Ninja one. Right, let's check there's 5 minutes left on the Ninja ones. Right, well, I'd say just let it carry on. See you in a bit. Oh, I've just, so you quickly see, that's going to leave that there for a little while to let it cool down before removing from the its tin. See you in a bit. Quick check, because it's all finished. It's sort of reached its full time, which I actually can't, was it 40 minutes? I can't actually remember. I'll look back on the footage, but it's did the full minutes that I tapped in at the beginning. Whereas the Kasori one was actually 10 minutes, I think so, 30 minutes that went on for. There we go, it's that temperature. So I'll get these out, I'll clean my probe in a minute, I'll get these out, put them on there and let them firm up, as it were. I probably will be taste testing this one very soon before I kind of get into the Ninja one. I mean, it's the same mixture, it's just possibly cooked slightly differently because of the size and shape of the air fryers. But I'll see you in a bit when I've kind of cut that up and the others have rested for a bit. Right, lovely. I'm quite pleased with the look of it so far. So just have a little bit of a close up because I've got the Ninja ones out of the tins. Right, taste test time. Just get you in a little bit of position for the taste test. This is the Kasori one. Actually, it makes sense why it was a little bit quicker because it's a lot thinner, well, fairly thinner than the Ninja ones. So, I mean, that's why with timings, temperature's the same, but just keep an eye out, check for the temperature. If it's a skewer that comes out nice and clean, it's cooked. If you've got a temperature thingy, look for 98 degrees Celsius. Yeah, taste test. This is the first time I've ever tasted bread pudding. My mum never ever made it and she was an Eastender, so go figure, I don't know why. But for Al, his mum always made it quite a lot, so he's yeah, he's looking forward to taste testing it. Oh, that's really tasty. I do really love the crunch that you get on the top. I'm not sure if you can pick that up on the audio. Let's try again. The mixed spice. Oh, that's really lovely. You definitely need the full 2 tablespoons or a little bit more. I think I was a bit generous. I think I went over 2 tablespoons. I kind of just went by eye because, yeah, I mean, this is tasty. It's so like a fruitcake, but a lot lighter. Really similar to a fruitcake, but like I said, not that sort of density. Oh, I really want to try the Ninja one. At least let's. I'm going to cut a slice because it's round. It feels more like a cake, funnily enough. But I'm just going to cut a little bit out. It's still very warm. Oh. In a way, you can see that the thickness, which is why it kind of cooked a little bit quicker. And the underside, actually, the underside of the Kasori, you can see it's cooked. I kind of got a feeling. I'll try and have a look. It's not going to be easy. Hold up. Let's just have a look. So it's difficult there. I would say I would put that back in and just brown off the top, actually. And if you use this, let's do that. I'm just going to add. Yeah, I'm going to actually do that. Hold up. Just lower it in as it is. Oh, whoopsie. Like that. Maybe for 5-10 minutes. And the other one as well. Might as well, because I 100% feel it. We need it. But this is okay. This is what happens when you have a top-down air fryer. But with the Kasori twin fry, it's got the bottom element, so you won't need to do this. But you can see in the middle there. Let's just. Oh no, in the paper. In the paper. So put it back in. I mean, after it's firmed up a bit as well, that's not a bad idea, because it might be more, it'd be too hot to handle. So, oops, plug it in. Okay, match, bake, same temperature for 10 minutes. I'll check it in 5. Yeah, in the meantime, carry on enjoying my custard slice. It's delicious. That is really delicious. Right, we'll be back when that's done, just to check it. I will be freezing one of those, and I'll be testing it sort of, because I have read that this can keep in the fridge for 5 to 6 days. You can reheat it. You can have cream, custard or ice cream. I do actually have some Tom Parker cream in the fridge that I got for Christmas. Yeah, and when you freeze it, defrost it overnight in the fridge for the next day use. Delicious. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, that's after about 8 minutes in the air fryer upside down. It's a lot better. I mean, yeah. So I'm going to turn these round. Put this. I'm saving this one for the freezer. In fact, I'm going to freeze a fair amount. I'll probably, you know, because we've got quite a lot here. We're not going to be able to eat all of this, but I'm definitely going to freeze and then sort of test it, defrost it, and have, you know, taste test it at the end of the vlog. So they're turned over. They do have a slightly browner edging, but that I don't dislike that, to be fair, compared to the kasori one, which, as I said before, was 10 minutes shorter, but that's because it was slightly thinner. Right, let's just quickly taste test this Ninja one, and then I'm going to freeze them, and I'll see you later with it defrosted the next couple of days. Oh yeah, that's just so lovely. It's rich, but it's not heavy rich. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely would do really well with cream or custard. Oh yeah, I think when I do the taste test for the reheated from not from frozen, but from a frozen one, I'm definitely gonna have some cream with it. Anyway, one more. It's got that kind of caramelised on the edges. I really like that. Right, next clip you'll see, it'll be a day or two after this. So from you know, I'm going to freeze, etc., and test it from reheat it and test it with some cream. See you in a bit.
The next day.
Right, a couple of days later, I froze this and I let it defrost on the counter overnight. So it's the next day from. I just let it defrost through the night. It's one of the ones I started. Don't know if you can see that. Hold up. So what I'm planning on doing is actually putting it in upside down, because obviously the top's already had plenty of cooking. Ooh, raisin gone AWOL. Yeah, so that's it, completely defrosted. Let's just check the underside. This is why it's best to do it upside down, because this could do with a little bit more cooking anyway. It's just the downside of having air fryers that have a heating element just at the top, but you just have to flip your food if you're able, you know. So let's get it in with the paper. Oh, hold up. Just get it straight in, bung it in. I'm completely winging it because I've never made this before, and I've never reheated it from a defrosted bread pudding, but you know, hey ho. I am going to stick it on bake. I'm just thinking 10 minutes really to get it really to temperature. I mean, that may even be too much, but what we'll do is we'll just see how that goes, and I'll check it halfway through or something, see how it looks. I've got some lovely double cream that I'm going to be eating with my taste test, so see you in a bit. 5 minutes has just passed. We'll just have a quick check. It's sizzling. A few more minutes and then we'll taste test. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be roasting. So if you can hear it kind of making those little sizzling noises, sizzle might be the wrong word, but yeah, I reckon it'll be ready in a minute. I might temperature check it next time and we'll take it out and have a taste test. See you in a bit. Right, it's a couple more minutes gone. There's only 2 minutes left of the 10 minutes, wasn't it? I don't want it to reach a particular temperature. I just want to know that it's nice and hot. I mean, these temperature thingies are so handy. It wasn't kept in the fridge, but this kitchen is very cold. So it says it's internally it's 35 Celsius. I'm just thinking, I think that's hot enough. It doesn't have to get any hotter. It's not a problem because it's not meat, obviously. So let's get it out and have a good look at it, because it's in danger of drying out, I think, as well. But it's okay to reheat. Right, let's turn that off. Okay, come and have a look. Oh, I've got some lovely Tom Parker cream, double cream this is. Bee free, if you know what I mean. It does look lovely, and actually I was thinking the bottle would be really handy for to keep for salad dressings, because it's a twisty top so it stays sealed. So I'm definitely going to reuse this bottle after I've used it, and I don't buy cream very often, so it's really, this was left over from Christmas. All good though, all good. Yeah, have a close look. Quite a few stores sell it, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda, I think Waitrose, you know, I've seen it in quite a few of those. Yeah, right, let's look, come and have a look. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Obviously it's upside down. Let's get it the right way up and have a nice big chunk. Ooh. And have some cream over it. That's going to actually really make a difference, I think. Well, let's just, we've got to shake. Nice, you can hear that seal thing going. So let's just. Oh, yes. Whoops. Okay, just going straight in. Oh, this is nice. Perfect for Christmas, actually. Oh. Oh, that takes it up another level. Hold on, you're a bit, that's better. Oh, yeah. It's very Christmassy. It's really reminded me of Christmas pudding. The reheat does make it a little bit harder on the edges, but you know, I quite like a crunch. Oh yeah, this is lovely. I can see custard and ice cream going down very well as well. Ooh. Oh, very nice. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that is delicious. I'll finish that in a minute. I just want to say a massive Happy New Year. Hope you've all had a good one. This is going out on the 1st of Jan. So I really hope you've had a lovely, happy, good New Year. You know, all the usual. And best wishes for 2025. I hope it's a safe, healthy and prosperous 2025 for every single one of you who watch, subscribe, comment. And thank you so much for the super thanks as well. And for the buy me a coffees. I can't tell you how much that's just extremely lovely of you and generous, particularly given we're in, you know, this isn't easy times. Thank you so much. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm going to finish that and have a, yeah. See you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.